Hi there, I'm Simon and welcome to the Writing Couch. So today I'm going to be giving the first in a series of talks which I've called The Agony and the Ecstasy of Academic Writing. And today's presentation is going to focus upon the possible sources of pleasure in academic writing. Now, right from the start you might be thinking, where can I possibly find the pleasure in academic writing? And that's exactly why we're here. So, as academics, we tend to be intrinsically motivated by our work. We care about the things that we study, we want to make a difference. However, writing doesn't really feature in the intrinsic motivations of researchers. A lot of the time writing is seen as an obstacle, something that just has to be got past. I've done the important bit of my job, I've talked to all these wonderful people, I've collected all this really interesting data, now I just need to write the report, move on to the next thing. So, what's the point, you might ask me, in thinking about academic writing as something that I might be able to take pleasure in? Why can't I just treat it as a technical task that I don't enjoy it, but I get it out of the way and I move on to the next thing? Well, I think that's a great shame, first of all. If you're going to spend a lot of your time doing something, and as researchers we're asked to write a lot and regularly for different audiences, if you're going to do something a lot, then it's helpful if you find some enjoyment in it, some satisfaction. I think we tend to do things better when we enjoy them. I'd like you to do a short exercise with me. I'd like you to think about a time in your life when writing gave you pleasure. Now, this could be any time in your life, and it could be any kind of writing. It doesn't have to be work-related. It could be the what did I do in my holidays exercise at school. Maybe you've kept a diary or a journal. Maybe you've kept a holiday journal. Maybe you write love letters. Maybe you did write love letters. Try and think about what it was in that writing that gave you pleasure. And then use that to try and think about, well, how might I try and transfer that into another kind of writing? So, for example, if you were thinking about the holiday journal, perhaps it was the holiday itself that was the source of the pleasure. Now, we might not be on holiday when we're doing academic writing, but can you think of ways in which you might change your environment in order to make it more pleasurable? Can you personalise your writing space? Are there particular places you can think of that are nice places to write? What other possible sources of pleasure might be out there? We might think about the cognitive challenge that goes along with academic writing. We might think about solving a puzzle and using writing to do that, and that giving us pleasure. We might think about making a difference, about the purpose of our work, and that giving us pleasure, reaching particular audiences. We might think about choice, shaping our own path. We get to choose what we write about. There's autonomy in that, and that's a sense of satisfaction and pleasure. We might get emotion through what we do. We might be excited about the things that we do. What are you excited about right now? Can you channel that into getting more pleasure from your academic writing? If you can find even one small way in which you can find some pleasure in academic writing, then this is something that you can focus on and build upon and use to enrich your whole practice. So in the next session, we're going to look further into finding the sources of pleasure in academic writing by locating the possible sources of pain. So I'd love to hear what you thought of this video. Please leave me a comment and please subscribe to my channel.